Hi guys, my name's Rob. Welcome to the channel, Life of the Bead Hermit. I'm a full-time lampwork bead maker and I spend many hours working in my studio. So I'm experimenting with glass and colours all day, most days of the week. So my escape is to get out in the woods and the forests of Great Britain to explore the heathlands and the pasture lands and learn all I can about kingdom fungi. And on the way we learn about the plants, the wildflowers, the trees and anything else that we come across. So if you're that way inclined guys, just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Jump on board and let's all learn together. So thank you for coming to the channel and watching the videos, and let's go see where we are today. Well, good morning guys. It's that time of week when I come to have a look around Thetford Forest, but I'm really on the outskirts of Thetford Forest today. I've got another new place to try. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we might come up with some remaining boletes of some sort. You never know, we might get the odd penny bun. We'll have to wait and see. It is getting a bit late now. I couldn't believe that we found all those last week. But if you enjoyed the video guys, don't forget, give us a big thumbs up, keep them lovely comments coming, and for all those who haven't already subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. It all helps build the channel and it's very much appreciated. And thank you to all those lovely new subscribers. So let's go and see what we can find on this lovely autumn morning around Thetford Forest. Well guys, I've literally been here around about 30 seconds. I've took 4 or 5 strides and look what I've found. A lovely young penny bum, but a good sized one as well. So he will be going into the basket. I'll just take a couple of pictures and then we'll pick him. So here we go guys. Let's pick him and see how nice he is. There we go. Nice shape, nice size, lovely little penny bun. So he'll be cleaned up and he'll go into the basket and we'll carry on and see if we can find some more. Well guys, I don't know if you can spot what I can spot, but we have another penny bun. And I'll pan round, see if you can spot him, if you can see him or not. Can you see him? He's just there. There he is, look. A lovely penny bum hiding. I'll give him a nice tap. He's a very fresh, hard one, solid. Hopefully, I'll take a few pictures and then we'll pick him. But hopefully he's got no damage on him. He doesn't look like he has. So let me take a few pictures and then we'll pick him, guys. Right, guys, I've took a few pictures. Let's pick him and see how big he is. Oh, what a lovely penny bum. What a lovely size, nice and clean. Them paws are lovely and white. Perfect for eating. Sliced up in a bit of butter and a bit of garlic maybe, or just salt and pepper. What a lovely breakfast that would be. So let's clean him up and put him in the basket and we'll carry on, see if there are any more stragglers that have been left behind. Just here guys, we've got some more fly agarics that are coming up. There's one there, another one there just come through, and then we've got a little baby just tucked in there, look, just coming through that leaf litter. So lovely fly agarics, they're still coming up, and we'll carry on and see what else we can find. And just down here guys, we've got another lovely elfin saddle. Look at that. That nearly black cap with that grey stem. And another little one behind it, look. There we go. Two lovely little elfin saddles. Well guys, we've got another penny bun coming up at the base of this beech tree. There he is, look. Just coming up through the leaf litter. Let's pick him and put him in the basket. If we can get him out safely without knocking his cap off. There we go. Another nice little penny bun to go into the basket. What a lovely morning. We've actually been here around about 10 minutes, but I expect it will go a bit slower soon. But what a lovely morning. Here guys, it looks like we might have some scarlatinas. There we go. Some more there, look. They're quite mature, these, by the looks of it. Another one there. There's a couple of younger ones about. So there's a little area here where the scarlatina obviously like to be. Just here guys, we've got a great big amethyst deceiver. At least I think that's what it is. Yep, there we go. A lovely large amethyst deceiver. But the problem is, usually when you find them, you'll find a lot more near them. And this one's all on his own. But the leaf litter is very, very thick. Because as you would imagine, all the beech trees in this area are all losing their leaves at the same time. So it's a very thick carpet. Look, you can see what a thick carpet it is of leaves here. But there's a lovely amethyst deceiver. Just down here guys, we've got another lovely young fly agaric. As you can see, there's another one there, look, just coming up. Lots of them about this morning. Just down here guys, I'm pretty sure this is a big old scarlatina. There we go. Yep, the big scarlatina. And there's another smaller one there, look, next to him. And we've got, we'll put him back so his spores can. We've got some beechwood sickeners, as you can see, coming out through this leaf litter. So let's carry on and see if we can find some more nice edibles. Well guys, I think I've spotted another little penny bun. How I spotted it, I do not know. But there it is, look. There he is. Just coming up at the base of this beech tree. A lovely little penny bun. And I just see the corner of the cap. Sometimes you see things and you get there and it's a leaf. But this one was the cap of a penny bun. How lucky was that? It's so difficult with all this leaf litter, all these fresh leaves on the ground. Really difficult. But it will be cleaned up and it will go in the basket with the others. Just down here guys, we've got some more big scarlatinas. That one's a smaller one, look. They're near this little holly bush, but there's two nice ones. I'm looking to see if there's any more, but I can't see any more. But there's that big mature one, and then there's that lovely little one there, look, the young one. elfin saddle there, look guys. Here's a nice one. Grey blue colour. There's quite a few around here. I can see about 5 or 6 more as I'm standing here. There's another nice big one there, look. If I can just show you, look at the size of him. He's massive. Let's just pick him so that you can see that beautiful stem. Wow. Look at that. That is one big elfin saddle. And there's even more about. Look, there's one over here, look, just coming up there for a leaf litter. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? And look at that stem. Just like an old oak tree. There we go. A lovely cap all folded in and twisted on itself. The elfin saddle. One of the mysterious fungi of Fungi Kingdom. Aren't they lovely? This looks like it might have been a big old charcoal burner. It's one of the Russula family. So if we... no, it's not a charcoal burner because look, those gills are flaking, just like flaked almonds. And the charcoal burner, the gills don't flake. So it just shows you, look at that colouring. A lot of charcoal burners are that colour, a mixture of greys and blues and greens, but always best to check, especially if you're someone who eats charcoal burners. Just down here we got a nice red crackling bolete. A lot of people will collect these to eat. They're a lovely edible. Bit small, but if I have them I dry them out. I take those gills out and I just use the cap and a little bit of the stem and I'll slice them up and dry them. But they're the red crackling bolete, as you can see where it gets its name from. Look, those lovely red cracks on the cap. So a nice edible for somebody, but not for me today. I'm not really worried if I don't get many edibles today after the few weeks I've had. And just down here guys, we've got some clouded funnel. There's a couple there, look. Another mature one there, a younger one there. Another young one there. You'll find these everywhere this time of year. Clouded agaric, clouded funnel. Some people can eat it, but most people, it will give you a terrible stomach ache. So there you go guys, best to leave them alone. Well guys, look at this old fella. He would have been good. Great big penny bum, but look what the slugs have done to him. They've eaten right through his cap. What a shame. That would have been a lovely big penny bum for somebody. Well, sometimes the enemy slugs get there before us, and this is one of those occasions. Down here guys, we've got a couple of mature rosy bonnets. There we go, and I think just tucked under there, look, we've got a red crackling bolete as well. So they're living in harmony. A rosy bonnet, not an edible, so we keep those away from the basket or the bag guys. Well guys, look at the size of that elfin saddle. That is massive. If I put my finger beside him, you'll see just how big he is. Great big elfin saddle. Huge cap, big thick stem. What a lovely one. One of my favourites, as you all know. Mysterious looking, really unusual fungi. We've got another red crackling bolete just down here, quite a big one. And we've got another one coming through this long grass, look, he's even bigger. There we go. So there's lots of boletes about, just not too many penny buns. And as I said, this leaflet is making it very hard to spot anything at the moment. Well guys, just underneath that little bush there is a huge, it looks like it could be I think it's a Scarlatina bolete myself. I don't know what you think. It's solid, but it definitely looks like a Scarlatina bolete. There we go. Look at the size of that. Bit past its best, I know, but that is a big old Scarlatina. And we'll put him back here so that his spores continue to drop. We'll put him just back where he was. There we go. Big old Scarlatina. We have got a giant white saddle. Look at the size of that. Put my finger next to it, you'll see how big it is. Wow. One giant big white saddle. That is a lovely find. These are same as the elfin saddle, but these are obviously white. The elfin saddle is all sorts of colours, from grey, blue, light grey, right up to nearly black. But these are the white saddles. Sorry guys, there's a car gone by because I'm right near a road here where these white saddles are growing. But aren't they lovely? See if we can find a couple more before we head back to the car. Well guys, we're playing that little game that I like to play. Can you spot the penny bun? And I'll pan round and see if you can spot it. It's underneath this big old beech tree. So let's go see if you can find it, shall we? Keep looking guys. Just keep looking. Anybody spotted it yet? It's very difficult in this leaf litter. Nobody got him? Right, he's just there. There he is guys. Lovely little penny bun. Bit of dust on his cap. Not long been up by the looks of it. And I'll take a couple of pictures and then we'll pick him. Right, I've took my pictures guys, so we're going to pick him now. See what he's like. He looks like he's got a lovely stem. There we go. Lovely bulbous stem, nearly as wide as the cap. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Lovely young penny bun. Sep Puccini. In America they call it the king bolete, and here we call it the penny bun. And he's going to be cleaned and he's going into the basket. And let's carry on, see if we can find some more. Here guys, we've got another monster of a white saddle. Look at the size of him. It's even taller and bigger than the other one. Wow, what a great white saddle. They must like this area. They love the leaf litter, so perfect conditions for them at the moment. So let's get going, see if we can find some more. Well guys, I think I've spotted another bigger penny bun. This one looks a lot bigger. I don't know if you guys can spot him. It's very hard to see. It don't help with the leaf litter, but he's hiding behind one of these old ferns. There he is. Can you see him now guys? There we go, look. A lovely big penny bun. Hopefully he's nice and fresh. I think he's had a little bit of damage to almost where it's split. The side of his stem split a bit, but apart from that, that is a lovely penny bun. That's a big penny bun, look at that. Lots of flesh on there that can be eaten. Wow, nice big penny bun, very surprised. See, the leaf litter is so thick that you can just about see the top of the caps. You don't realise how big they are, how big the stems are, because they're buried in that leaf litter, which, as I said, is very, very deep at the moment. So that's probably why we've not spotted so many, but it is roughly the end of penny bun season near enough, so if we're lucky we might get another week. But I'm even surprised we've got what we've got today. I think we've got 5 or 6 now. But there you go, a lovely big penny bun. Look at that. He's going to be cleaned, he's going to be put in a basket, and he's coming home with me. Just down here, guys, we have got a big old Beech, but the cap looks a bit, yeah, he's a bit old. Look, now this is where I try to explain to you the yellow pores there, and he's, if you could feel his stem like I am, you'll feel that it's empty. So it's infestation in the stem. The cap's been eaten a bit by slugs. What a waste. It would have been a nice penny bun. Maybe 4 or 5 days ago, it would have been a lovely size. But there you go. Yet another old penny bun, past his best. Here guys, we've got a deaf cap, a mature deaf cap with that olive green cap, as you can see. And we all know that is not coming anywhere near our basket, and nobody else's basket, hopefully. Well guys, this is the biggest white saddle I've ever seen, ever. This white saddle, if I put my finger next to it, look how big it is. It must be at least 6 to 7 inches high, 2 inches across at the base of the stem, and probably 4 inches across at the top on the cap. And that is the biggest white saddle I've ever seen in my life. Wow, that's all I can say. That is absolutely amazing. If anyone's found one as big as that, let me know. That is one giant of a white saddle. Amazing. I'm calling it a day, guys. What a lovely morning's walk. Really have enjoyed it today. No sunshine like last week, but surprisingly we've got 6 lovely penny buns, ranging in size, as you can see. But I'm very surprised when we got those this morning. Really surprised, because it's got to be, as my granddad would call it, the arse end of penny bun season. It's coming to the end of the season for penny buns. I looked on recordings I've done in the last couple of years, and by now usually it's come to a bit of a standstill, but today I was quite surprised. Got some beauties, and it's very, very hard. As you can see, this leaf litter is so deep. It's sort of 7 or 8 inches deep in places, so it's making it very difficult to find penny buns, especially smaller ones. So I'm pleased with what I've got. So guys, another new area. We've got a few more penny buns. Keep looking for those beech trees. That's all I'm doing, is looking for areas with beech trees in. So if you can, have a little ride round, see if you can spot a few places. It's such a big area. I think in total it's about, you're getting on for 40,000 acres. It's 18 hectares, and I think there's about 18,000 hectares, and there's about 2.5 acres to an hectare. So there is a lot of Thetford Forest that you've got to explore, a lot of it. But sadly, most people seem to go in the same places every time, and they strip whatever's there. So that's the way it is, I'm afraid. I take mushrooms home, so I can't really complain. You got if you get 100 people like me, that's a lot of mushrooms, isn't it? So there you go, guys. Thank you for staying until the end. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give us a big thumbs up. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it'll help build the channel. And it really, really is appreciated, guys. Really is. Don't forget, keep them lovely comments coming. And if you can get out there this weekend coming, it's going to be nice, they say. The rest of the week's going to be nice and the weekend's going to be nice. So get out there wherever you can, even if it's in your local park or recreation ground. See what you can find. And when you're out there, guys, don't forget, keep your eyes open.